hugging baby elephants, riding huge elephants, and swimming in beautiful waters. And let's not forget the nightlife was some of the great things we did in Thailand. So stay tuned. Welcome to Phuket, Thailand, where you can have so much fun. Right there, we are boarding the boat that will take us to the Phi Phi Islands. Yes, that is how you pronounce it, Phi Phi Islands. Before you get on the boat, they will ask you if you're pregnant or if it had recent surgeries because that boat ride is kind of rough. So therefore, don't lie. Tell them the truth because you will feel it. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. So these are some of the most beautiful views you have ever seen in Phuket, Thailand. Well, it's on the Phi Phi Islands, and the three main islands are Phi Phi Don, Phi Phi Leh, and I believe Bamboo Island. As this area, I believe is Phi Phi Leh Island, and it is beautiful. Look at those rock formations with those I'm not sure if it's just leaves growing around them or if there are trees growing on top of them. I can't tell you. But I could tell you it is absolutely stunning. Beautiful views. They do not stop there for you to swim. I'm not sure you can swim there. It's pretty deep. I'm not sure you can swim there, but I know they do not stop there. However, now the next one is this is Phi Phi Don. This is the one that is the only inhabited island among the three main islands. It does have restaurants. It does have hotels and so forth that you can actually activities. You could do a lot because it does have people on there. However, the others do not. So you can go visit or swim on some, but you cannot stay on them except for Phi Phi Don. That's the only one you could actually stay on. Phi Phi Leh, which we're gonna show. Actually, this is Bamboo Island, which is part, I believe, is Phi Phi Leh Island. Around there, you can go swimming. However, you have to have a life vest on because it could get very rough. And unless you really know how to swim, they don't even let you pass certain areas. I stay right there because I'm not going very far. This right there is Viking Cave, which is also part of Phi Phi Leh Island. People used to visit it up until about 30 years ago. There are some stuff that they are actually taken out, so therefore they don't even allow people to. You pass by there. Now this right here is Phi Phi Leh. You have to get off the main boat and get on these little boats right there. They're called the long tail boats. I believe it's 500 baht to get on those boats, and they will bring you. They're very shallow water, so even if you don't know how to swim, it's fine because the water barely reaches like my knees, so you will be fine. It is beautiful. The water is not cold. Well, we went in August, so the water wasn't really cold. It was really nice. This here is Monkey Beach, which is part of Phi Phi Don. It's like a little alcove, a little cove area. You do have monkeys on there. I don't know. Some people were allowed to go on the island, and some people were not. Like at least we weren't. We were told we weren't allowed to, but there were people on there. I'm not sure how, but somehow some boats let people out and some didn't. And the one we were on, they told us that we were not allowed to go in there. But they were cute monkeys. I'm not mad I didn't go because I don't know what they do, so I'm good. Of course, there's Patong Beach. Patong Beach. This is like the nightlife on Patong Beach. It's like a small street, which I cannot remember the name. I promise you that anyone with children should not go there at night because there's a lot of adult entertainment that's very visible. That's very out there for people to see. So if you have children or teenagers, any impressionable minds, keep them away from there. I don't know how it is during the day, but at nighttime, this is how it is. So I just wanted to show you guys that this is what you get. So just be careful when you do go there. They do have other activities there outside of that street. It's literally like maybe 2 or 3 New York City blocks. It's not that long. However, if you want to skip that area altogether, you can because there are other things to do like shopping, eating, and whatnot. Like we were shopping over here. They were accessorizing. You could buy the bag. It's very inexpensive, and you get them to accessorize it for you. Again, extremely inexpensive. So anybody who loves bags, you could actually buy them those and have them accessorize it, put their names. You just buy all those little things you see on there, accessories, and you'll be good. Now, when you're walking in the streets, some streets do not have true sidewalks. So as you can see, because in Thailand, they actually drive on the left side, not the right side. So therefore, we purposely walked where we actually see the traffic coming towards us. That way we can move out of the way because People are extremely impatient there when it comes to driving. So therefore, we're very worried that if we actually had traffic towards the back of us, that we will not see them coming. So we rather see traffic coming in front of us, and that way we can get out of the way. We can move to the side as they continue, on their way, so that we will not get hit. Because a lot of the times people are either going fast or not really paying attention that much, so we will kind of stand on the side. Now, I don't know what that is, but they always seem to have a lot of those laundromats just in the street like this. I don't know if that's how it is over there. That's what I do with laundromats. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. I found it was all over, so I wasn't sure if that was just how they did it. But it's not how we do it in New York City. So I was kind of. So now we are going to Kamala Beach. We actually stayed in Kamala. We walked from the resort and we found this little spot right here with all these long-tail boats that were being repaired over there. This right by Kamala Beach, so you actually will see it. The water from the beach actually leads to right there, that what you just saw on the left side, and it actually goes on that little bridge or passageway or whatever they called it. I'm not sure if that's a temple or not, but we didn't go in there, so I can't tell you. But yeah, this is where they're actually fixing a lot of the long-tail boats on this side and on the other side across the street. You will see them, and people are like fixing them. So it was kind of cute to see like what they do. As you can see, what they do and how they're fixing them. It takes a lot of work, so they work hard. This is Kamala Beach. This is during the day, but this is the weekday, not weekend. So therefore, it was not very busy at all. So of all like the different places, like the sub towns that you could stay in Thailand, Kamala is one of those places you can stay in that's very quiet. So next we're heading Bangkok, honey. There we went to Chung Phuoc Camp where we rode some elephant, and I've always wanted to hug a baby elephant. I know it's like a strange thing to want to do, but I've always wanted to hug a baby elephant. So we took a ride. Just so that you know, that place is about an hour and a half to 2 hours outside of Bangkok. So pretty much everything that I'm gonna show you from then on, that's in Bangkok, is actually an hour and a half to 3 hours away from Bangkok. Okay, so this right here, we're buying the bananas to feed the baby elephant, which is kind of cool. And we're right there. We're getting on the elephant. So I had to be I'm like, where do I step? Because I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to harm the elephant in any way. And she was showing me how to do it. And I went to sit down, making sure that I wasn't going to do anything that would be harmful or that would hurt the little baby elephant. Well, he wasn't little. That was a big baby elephant. I call it baby, but that's a big elephant. I think it was an adult elephant. However, I'll say this: if you're afraid of heights, you might have to. I don't know if you want to do this because it's pretty high, and as you can see, like from where I am to the ground. So, but they're very careful, of course. Elephants do not move that fast, so it's not like they're going to take off with you, in hopes that nothing startled them in any way, because it was fine. Like I was a bit nervous just because you will find like where they have holes, and I'm like, oh my God, please step right there. We're trying to feed. We have to feed him or her the bananas. My poor short arms just couldn't reach the poor thing. So every time I had to keep giving mine to him to give to the elephant because my arms couldn't reach. My friend who's taller than me, her arms are longer, so she was able to reach. But me, I couldn't reach that far. As you can see right there, we're about to go through this water. Don't worry about it. The water does not reach where we were sitting. It's not, I don't think the water reached halfway. And the water is deep. It's just that the elephant is pretty tall. So I got nervous. He did warn us though. He was like, no, we're about to go down so that we don't get, freaked out when our bodies like move that way. So we went through the water. They do take a picture there. And so it's up to you if you want to buy the picture, but you know how it is when you go to those type of places. They take pictures and, they ask you if you want to purchase a picture. So it's up to you if you really want to or you don't want to. But regardless, it's up to you. And it doesn't take us that long to go through this water. Again, going up, I got nervous as well because, your body is moving a certain way. And as you can see, I'm like, whoa, your body is moving a certain way. So I was kind of a bit nervous. just so that you know, at that place also they do have, it's like a hotel as well, so you can check that out as well. So this is what it looks like for us. So the floating market, that was really fun. The floating market was a lot of fun. You get on these long tail boats, or like, I don't think they were long tail boats, those one, but they were like boats. And on either side of the river, there are people selling. You could ask the person that is guiding the boat if they can move on this side or that side if you see something you would like to purchase, and they will move the boat along with you. It is, as you can see, kind of busy, so you have to let them know ahead of time so they can move whatever direction that you want them to go. They have people selling food on boats as well, just sitting on boats selling food, so you could purchase food or items from them on their own boats. And you have people just sitting on platforms who are actually selling items. Now, this auntie right here, she was not playing no game. She's like, somebody's going to buy something from me. I don't know how y'all gonna do it, but somebody's buying something. She was selling, I believe, beer and like some kind of kebab. And I say no thank you a couple of times, but auntie's like, no, somebody's going to buy something from me. So then the couple that was sitting in front of me, they purchased a beer from her, and she was hoping they purchased more, but they only wanted a beer, and I don't think it was that expensive. I think it was like 100 baht, and I don't remember how much 100 baht was, but it was only that. And then we then continue going. Myself and my friends, we purchased some seasonings, and I think I got like curry and some other seasoning, I don't remember, but we bought some stuff there as well. And then we went to the train market, and I'm sure many of you know about the train market. If not, it's basically this market where a train goes right through the middle of it. As you can see, it is very busy. You literally like rubbing elbows, shoulders, ankles, and everything else with people as you go. And so before the train comes, as you can see right there, they are actually moving the awnings back, and they don't move their items so much because the train is kind of high, so it doesn't really affect the item. Plus, we can walk on the track, and it doesn't like this. I'm not sure there's like no electricity on there or something when the train is not running on there. I don't know how it works, but all I do know is that it doesn't affect anyone as you walk on the track. However, you do hear the train coming, or you hear the horn or whatever it is that they press to let you know they're coming. The train only goes through here 3 times a day. So make sure if you're going to go, you know exactly the time so that can get there at the right time. Yeah, they sell everything, y'all. Everything. Yeah, I will skip on that one. But so the train is coming, and people are just still taking pictures and whatnot. As you can see, it was a beautiful train. It is coming down. It does not move fast. It actually moves pretty slowly. Number one, I don't think it want to hit anyone because, as you know, us tourists, I say us tourists because I'm a tourist as well. We can get really like, we could be like little knuckleheads where we see something coming, but for the sake of pictures and videos, people are just like not moving or whatnot. So I'm glad that they move so slowly. That way, no one would get hurt. As you can see, people still have their items that they're selling right there. So it doesn't, like I say, it doesn't hit anything. It doesn't hurt anybody. But as you can see how close that we are to it as it's passing by. Look at me right there. Like we're that close. Like some people even touching the train as the train pass. People are on the train, by the way, because it is actually a train that's been used. It's not some kind of like, I don't know, some artifact that they're just using and passing and people could just see. It just, they're using it. It's actual real train. It's just that it goes through there certain, look at this. See, it's not even hitting anything. But it goes right over it. But anyway, I don't know where that train goes or what it comes from or where it actually stops. All I know is it goes through what they call the train market. And this is where you could actually go and see it. And it goes through there 3 times a day. I believe we went there at, I think it was 9:15 a.m. Yeah, I think it was 9:15 a.m. that we went. If you actually did an excursion, then your guide will know and they will take you there at the right time. Just don't be late, because if you're the type of person that's late, you will miss out. because the train is not waiting, and the train doesn't take that long to go through. Maybe like 3 minutes at the most. As you can see, the people on the train are also videotaping as well. So everybody's videotaping it, And as soon as the train passed by, they're closing that right up. Everybody's is closing, putting out their earnings again, and then it's business as usual. So therefore, if you are the late type of person, I would advise you not to be late that day. So this right here is the Grand Palace, and there's also a temple in there as well. And I believe it's called the Temple of Emerald Buddha. I believe that's what it's called, the Temple of Emerald Buddha. And there's a formal name, but I don't know how to pronounce it, so I will not even attempt. But the meaning is the temple containing the beautiful jewel of the monastery of the divine teacher. I found it to be very beautiful. But there are tons of like gold. I'm not sure if they're real gold or gold plated, or they just colored them gold, but they were just gorgeous. And there were people there, of course, they're using the temple. They were there that who were worshiping, or I'm not sure if they were worshiping or just singing. There are certain things that they were doing or saying. I'm not sure what it was, so I'm not even going to attempt to say this is what it was because I really don't know. It sounded like they were singing, but I also know singing, of course, is a form of worship. So I don't know these. They were young kids. I believe they were either late high school or early college age, and they were doing a whole. I'm not sure if it was singing or chanting, whatever it was. But I know they were facing the temple, and they were at it for a while. I'll say for a good like 5 to 7 minutes. And this is the main temple. Inside is absolutely gorgeous. You cannot videotape or take pictures on the inside. So I did go inside, but of course, I had to be respectful and not take pictures while I was in the inside or videos. But you can take pictures and videos when you are outside. And as you can see, oh my goodness, it is absolutely stunning. It is beautiful. It's also massive. So you have to give yourself time to go there. This is in Bangkok. This is not in Phuket. This is in Bangkok. And right there, I'm right in front of the Grand Palace. And when they say grand, they are not joking, honey, because this was grand. Okay? It is, they have several different buildings that makes up the palace and of course the temple. But you can just go from one area to the next within the area. You have to pay to go in. If you are a Thai, you don't not have to pay. But if you're a visitor, you have to pay. I think it's 500 baht you have to pay to go in. And again, you have to wear certain clothing. You have to cover your shoulders. You have to cover your ankles and whatnot. And please, again, be respectful. You cannot show no cleavage. Be respectful. And men, same thing goes for you. You have to cover your shoulder. And I know a lot of people who were there that when they went and they did one thing, and then when they got inside, they wanted to take pictures. They quickly remove their coverings. But okay. But if you don't have what you need, they have people outside of the palace and temple before you enter that you could either rent or buy certain clothing from to make sure that you are dressed appropriately before going into the temple area or the palace area. That's me. You gotta do your visiting thing. But again, it was August, you need that umbrella. The sun was no joke. So we needed that umbrella. And you could actually borrow an umbrella there. You don't really have to purchase one. You could actually borrow one. Now, in Bangkok, there are tons of malls. And the malls, there's so much to do within those malls. So much to do. I will post the names of some of the malls there so you'll know. So there are in the mall, they have, of course, clothing. You could buy furniture. You could buy just about anything. But food, OMG. It's like food galore almost every mall we went to. Two main ones that we went to. One that was right across the street from the Mandarin Hotel, which was located, I believe, in Rama 4. I believe it's literally right across this one. I believe this is where this one is. And that's the basement of the mall. And the food, let me tell you guys something. If I lived in Thailand, my Thai brothers and sisters, if I live in Thailand, you guys were going to have to like hire me a forklift to take me where I need to go, because your food is so good. I will be eating till I can't eat anymore, because food over there, amazing, amazing. I think I could have eaten my weight in food while I was there. I ate. It was good. Let's just say that. And this is actually where you can actually get what they call like indoor, or what I call indoor street food. So if you're afraid of eating street food on the street, they do have street food in the mall. So you could actually go there and find street food in the mall. Of course, you can get your nails done. We got our nails done. I specifically make sure I waited till I get it to get my nails done. I was like, I want to be pampered, honey. And they were really, really great. Very, just great. So for the food part, please, check out. I will have the link on the upper side. Check out the food video that I made of all the different food that we ate in Thailand. That's Bangkok and Phuket. And the food. This is some of the pictures that we had. Oh, the food was so delicious. But don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Again, but this is actually from Abu Dhabi. But I just wanted to make sure we add that on there. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video, which will talk about the hotels that we stayed in. Thank you.